This is the Recovery Protocol. I'm Staff Sergeant Castaneda, and I'm just dressed casually as a fucking government assassin, U.S. government assassin, as usual. And I just wanted to show you my fucking stash right here. My fucking stash of drugs. It could be dope, ice, fucking cocaine, angel dust, whatever. Like, I'm fixing to snort the shit, and I'm a drug addict, right? So, and I do crazy stuff when I'm high. But this is just an example. This is just a sample and something I want to exhibit, demonstrate, brandish, and display to anyone out there watching this, any of my viewers, that rule number one, right? The recovery protocol. This is my recovery protocol. This program that I've created based on my experience of heavy drug addiction, heavy drug abuse, mental illness, PTSD, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, all that crazy shit, right? Well, rule number one, flush your stash, right? You want to stay alive. If you have a stash, it might be an ounce, it might be more or less, whatever, however much this scales out to be, weighs out to be, whatever it is, weed, pills, dope, any fucking, anything you can snort, anything you can inject, you need to flush that shit immediately, okay? So I'm taking you here to my fucking humble abode throughout the hallway, and I'm gonna show you exactly, some drug addicts are like, what the fuck, would you really do that? Yes, if this was real, I would simply take it and open this bag up. Okay, we had some technical difficulties, but I was opening this bag, and if you can see this, right? This is my fucking toilet, and I'd flush all that shit, right? Flush that shit. And, fucking never do it again. That shit is gonna kill you. Whatever it is, whatever it was, could have killed you. Okay, so I flushed my stash. I know that's very traumatizing to drug addicts. I know they're like, what the fuck? That was some good shit. And I'd rather get high. And I spent a lot of money. And I invested, $50, $100, $1,000 on that dope. And I was going to flip it and make money and sell it and get drug addicts high and all this shit. When I was going to do it, where you're going to get fucked up. And you're going to lose your family. And you're going to lose your life. And you're going to lose your friends and all the people you sell, all your customers who are good people, good kind-hearted people. They might be struggling with addiction or trauma or depression or loss of a loved one. Okay, they might be dealing with, the loss of a loved one. They might be dealing with going to a funeral. They might be dealing with the loss of their job or stress or, lack of education, living below the poverty threshold. And, drugs is all they know. And, it's just their lifestyle, it's difficult for them. So it's easy to prey on them. And drug dealers are predators. If you're a dealer, you're a predator. You're preying on the weak. You're preying on the vulnerable, right? They're susceptible. And, it's difficult for them to be successful in life and live the American dream and take care of their families, with dealers around, manipulating them, coercing them, persuading them and manipulating them, kind of intimidating them to do drugs, and being a kind of a domineering force, a fucking, an evil force, right, out there. And it's very addictive like fucking cigarettes, like alcohol, but drugs is worse because it's laced with fentanyl. It could be laced with whatever the fuck, right? Fucking repellent, cyanide, wasp repellent, motherfucking anything, right? That would really do some damage. So, a lot of addicts are obviously there's xylazine that are given, children, teenagers, young adults, abscesses, getting their legs amputated, the zombie drug, the abscesses, all that shit, messing up their skin, their teeth are falling out. And, meth is real bad with that. Psychosis, thinking there's bugs all over their skin and shit. And motherfucking, it can be laced with anything. So sometimes it's laced with shit that'll make you black out. And, obviously women are getting raped and shit, or they're blacking out or getting paralyzed and they're having brain damage and having to get sent to the ER and their brain's frying and there's permanent brain damage because sometimes drugs overheat your core body temperature and it overheats your fucking brain. You never know if you're going to get a bad batch. You never know if it's expired. When you get a little baggie of dope, do they really put the fucking expiration date on it? Do they put the date that it was made, the batch number, any of that shit? The batch could be all fucked up. You don't know who steps on it, who creates it, where it's from, the border is coming from, and what they're mixing it with. It's all fucked up, right? You're going to trust a drug dealer. You might as well trust a fucking sex predator, rapist, murderer, pedophile, fucking homeless person that's all deranged and motherfucking, aberrated and demented in the brain and just an evil person. Because they're the ones giving you the drugs. You don't know this person. Are they a good person? Does this drug dealer or, who's selling you drugs, are they going to church and they have their own kids and their own family and they're trying to work and make a living and be good to people? No, they're selling drugs. And if they were intelligent at all, which some of them might go to church, some of them might have kids and work and all that. I've seen it, right? They're just mentally ill. But would they be the ones to get you to lose your life, right? You never know. And do they know where the Bad Batch comes from? Do they know the chain of command, the highest level chain of command? Do they know the top cartel leaders who are, manufacturing this dope? They don't. They're not that connected, right? So they're not going to know what it's mixed with, where it's manufactured, where it's cut and all that shit. They don't know how much fentanyl's in it. They don't know if there's xylazine in it. They don't know if there's ketamine in it. Or fucking anything else. Nitazines, that's killing people. Nitazines, whatever the fuck it's called, right? So it could be laced with anything, cyanide or wasp repellent. Drug dealers get pissed off at their customers. Sometimes they're disrespectful. They're talking shit, or they're just not a benefit to society. They're trying to kill them, so they can brag about it. Hey, I killed this stupid motherfucker over here. They brag about it, and I got away with it. Cops don't do shit. It's not violent. Is it a homicide? No. It's just an overdose. Just a fucking overdose. So when a drug dealer kills 10, 20 people, young adults, teenagers, young women, young ladies, the drug dealer's just like, hey, I didn't know. I didn't have intent. I didn't know. And, it's like, well, it wasn't murder because I didn't kill them. I wasn't violent. They got poisoned, but I didn't know. And it was their decision because it's their decision. They made the decision to get high, to do drugs. It's just an accidental overdose. And so the autopsy report just shows an accidental overdose. It's not murder. It's very rare. Only some states, they're now starting to change the laws where it's like, well, it's murder by poison or, murder, homicide by drug overdose or whatever. So some states, some judges, it's still pretty rare, I think, but they're starting to learn. But a lot of drug dealers know this. They get away with it. So they get people off the street. They don't care. They get the money. They steal from them and they brag about it. They go about their day, play their Xbox video games, and just chill and drink and get high. They may or may not do their own stash, but they're partying. They're having a good time. They're fucking some side stupid chick that's fucking selling with them, making money, popping off guns in the air, threatening people, intimidating people, gang lifestyle. Hey, we could be crazy. We could do shit. We could tag. We could threaten the police. We can make them fear us and intimidate them. They're not going to do shit to us. Fucking drug dealers, we're not hurting anybody. They're overdosing on their own. It's their decision. And the police are just like, well, if they're going to die from drug overdose, it's just another drug addict off the street. Who cares? It could be a young woman, a young adult, young man, doesn't matter. The police are just like, well, accidental overdose. Lawyers are like, well, accidental overdose, Judges like, whatever, So you have to flush your stash. This first video is just flush your fucking stash, right? Get rid of it. You might have the fucking, you might be tempted, right? You might be tempted to do your stash again. You might be tempted to get high. If you have money, get rid of it. Fuck your money, right? Because it's life over death, right? It's life or death. It's life or death. You have to choose to stay alive, right? Flushing your stash is the only way you're going to stay alive. And then the next steps are as follows. This is going to be a program, right? There's going to be a 50 steps to take in this first 50 card deck protocol, right? I'm going to make cards that you can purchase. It's going to have all these steps laid out from 1 to 50, right? And I'll make more as I progress and evolve. But this is number 1, flush your stash. We'll move on to the next 50 in the following episodes. I hope you enjoyed this content. Stay safe. Take it easy, Semper Fi. Flush your fucking stash immediately, okay? It's life or death. Life or death. Just do it. Just do it. Stay alive. Take care of your family. Be a protector. Be a survivor. Be a guardian angel, right? And start living the American dream. Get out there. Be a member of the community once again. Go to church. Start relationships. Build relationships. Build a work experience. Become expert at your craft. Make some money. And live a good life. A healthy life. Take care of yourself. Diet, exercise, right? Flush your fucking stash, okay? Number 1. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next episode.